Hello everybody, my name's Dangerous, and this is going to be episode number 12 of my Road to Perfection for Gears of War 3. As you can see, I have another Gridlock game. I do end up losing this game. I don't know what it is about Gridlock, but I feel that the community itself that I play with on my team, I suppose, does not know how to control Gridlock and what you need to be doing. But other than that, this video is going to be a breakdown of what should have happened. That way, maybe if you guys watch this, you guys might learn a few things about what to do and why we're doing this. To start this off, the main strategy usually is pretty much a basic strategy. Usually you will send 2 to the snipe, 2 to the boom or the digger, whatever it is, and then 1 will go nades for a flank. Generally this will work if you have a team with you. It is quite impossible to do with, I guess, without a team, with just random people. But as you can see, I noticed 2 people were running there, so I threw my ink and then I backed off and then went for nades. Right there my teammate fell back, so I ended up swapping with him, essentially, and trying to go for the kills. The hardest thing about Gridlock is dying in the very beginning and figuring out where to go after your respawn. Generally, you want to try to push the docks unless you know for sure that they have wasted one of the power weapons. And then if you know they wasted the power weapon, you need to run back to the digger, or I guess it would be the boom shot next round. And you want to take control of that. The snipe's real important in this, but the boom shot can be just game changing, I guess you could say, as you guys will see in the second round. But the boom shot, especially if you're by yourself, can be a game changer just 1v5. It's really easy to use. It gets you quick and easy kills. Right here, this guy should have not pushed that. I had a feeling he was going to push that, and if he would have pushed and stayed a little bit more shallow to that corner, he would have not lost his right-hand advantage. But seeing that he pushed out way too far, that gave me that advantage, and it gave me the wall to bounce off of, and ultimately ended up in him dying. I can't stress out enough about just helping out your teammates. Even if you're by yourself, you should still be wanting to keep your team alive. A lot of people don't realize that, I guess, or maybe a lot of people just don't feel the need for spotting. But personally, I feel like spotting whatever you can see is the best strategy you can do, especially if you are by yourself and you are not communicating like my team was not doing. Basically, spotting's it's Gears in-game communication device. There's no reason for you guys not to be communicating. I have not got a team yet that has been spotting people pretty much. Every time you guys see something spotted, it's generally me spotting something. Right here, I should have made this push way sooner. If I would have pushed way earlier than this, I would have easily been able to possibly clean those 2 people up with some quick hammer burst kills and downs. But not making that decision quick enough ultimately ended up in me dying by a 2v1 with a power weapon. Right here, we are not wanting to stay back in our spawn. I don't know what it is about you guys that wants to keep you back in our spawn on Gridlock. That is not a smart decision whatsoever. If I could, I would turn the camera around and show you guys how open this spawn is. I mean, both sides, there's 1 car to hide behind, and you know what? If that's pretty much a given. If you're in your spawn, you're hiding behind that 1 car. You don't want to be there. You want to push out one way or another. Even if it was like it was, they had the majority of the respawns and everything like that, and you're on your last life, you still want to push out because Ultimately, we're going to lose if you sit in the spawn one way or another. At least we can get some flanks if we're outside. Here you can see good awareness from me about my other team, basically. A lot of them go snipe and nades, and my team goes all snipe for whatever reason. So I go to push that boom shot. And as you can tell, 3 of my teammates went to boom on that one. That is not ideal, but it can work out. Basically, if you guys want to run a 3-1-1, you need to have the one guy go to nades, the one guy go to sniper, and the guy not push sniper if there's people there. Basically, that's the way it is with everything. If you want to do a one-person strat, you're basically just there to, you know, see if they run, how many they run, and let us know about how many actually ran there. I just want to throw this in, guys. I feel the ink grenades are just the worst power weapon known to mankind. It is the easiest kill. I would pick up an ink grenade before I picked up a boom shot, personally, because the stun is just way too long. I mean, it's like a 2-second stun or something like that. That's enough time for someone to run up on you and easy get a shotgun kill and a down. I don't think it should be like that at all.
Got it.
Right there again, if my teammate would have just pulled out the hammer burst, gave me a spot on that guy, put some shots into him, that could have ended out differently. He would have panicked. But other than that, he ends up just getting a free kill, basically, because I knew he was coming around, but I didn't know he was that close. So he ends up getting the surprise on me.
Let's do this. Throwing ink.
Right there, I should have taken that corner way wider than I did. If you guys recall my, I guess, talk about keeping right-hand advantage for as long as possible, if I would have swung wide on that corner like I did previously in this game, I would have had right-hand advantage and been able to see him a lot easier. I knew he was there, but I pretty much gave away my right-hand advantage being so close to that wall. And as you can tell, for whatever reason, my teammates really like our side of the map. I'm not quite sure why people play like this, but they are basically giving them the entire map to pick up power weapons and to be able to set up flanks, and it's just not what you want to be doing. Ultimately, it ends up in us losing, obviously, because we lose this one. And they play the same play style as they did in the first round and in this round, but I didn't have a boom shot in the third round, so we ended up losing pretty bad. And then pretty much the rest of this game is, or this round, is me just knowing where that guy's at and getting angles on the other guy, knowing that I'm pretty much safe as long as I keep hugging that wall from this guy. So, gotta keep all that stuff in mind. And right here I thought he was going to push me, but he ended up not pushing me, and I was pretty safe to give that trade, seeing that I had the boom shot. And then we win the round. On Gridlock, if you're playing with the team, I feel the first person should always go for the ink grenade. It might be too delayed if another person goes for it. And you guys, if your first person's supposed to be your sniper, you don't have to pick the sniper up. But you can, if you want to, and get it out of there and trade it off. But other than that, I still feel that the first person needs to be picking up that ink grenade. And as you can see, for whatever reason, my 3 teammates wanted to push that one guy. I don't really get that. You guys are way too worried about getting kills. You should be worried about winning, basically. But for whatever reason, it seems like everybody wants that one kill. So, I mean, I'm getting up into the parts where I'm starting to play better people. And I'm thinking if I don't play with the team, I'm probably going to be losing a majority of my games. Just because of stuff like this. Just because we don't, we're not listening to strategies. We're not spotting stuff. We're too busy worrying about getting kills. We're too busy worrying about getting power weapons. And we just huddle next to each other. Three people down by the nade again. I just don't get it. Now you're gonna witness one of us runs out with me off that respawn. And the other guy just sits back, doesn't spot anything, he's sitting back. No need not to spot something. I mean, you're pretty much not in danger of anything, really. And then it turns into him just sitting back, and he's going to try and clutch a 1v13, I believe. Or 1v11. Whatever it is. Needless to say, it wasn't happening. The other team did not have good teamwork. They did not, outplay us. They did not. They didn't really do much of anything spectacular that would have caused us to lose. All they really did was venture onto our side of the map and keep map control. Because we allowed them to keep map control. You can't be doing that, guys. You have to keep map control. Map control is the biggest thing for competitive playing. And other than that, guys, this is episode number 12. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit hoarse. I've been a little bit sick. But other than that, I will see you in episode number 13 of my Road to Perfection.